Please prepare me to be a sanctuary, pure and holy, tried and through. With thanksgiving, I'll be a living sanctuary for you. Please prepare me to be a sanctuary, pure and holy, tried and through. With thanksgiving, I be a living sanctuary for you. Peace, 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 peace. That song came to me about, sanctuary. And we often think about sanctuary as, as a place we go to, as something outside of ourselves. But, what came to me was what about our inner sanctuary? What is that, and what does it even look like? What does it matter, and how do we nourish that, and I would say care for that in a way that we are in balance, but more importantly, that we, I would say, remain with a sense of peace and balance no matter what life throw at us. I mean, just last week I heard that one of my ex-co-work, I would say former co-workers in her 40s, which, 40s is the new 20s in my book. She had a child, and, just like that, she passed away. She transitioned into the next realm. The pandemic, there's a war, like life is happening. The drama of life would always happen, but how do we continue to stay in our seat of power? But most importantly, how do we continue to remain balanced and at peace when life is happening? And for me and my journey of healing, and I firmly believe healing is not a destination, it's a lifelong journey. So on my journey, I would say one of the greatest tools I've ever used is when it comes on to is purifying my inner sanctuary. And for me, my inner sanctuary is my soul, is that part of me that's connected to all things. It's a part of me that is all things, it's all love. It's God it's God in the, I would say, having a human experience, you know what I mean? So I I want to just, one of my greatest, I would say, teachers on my healing journey is Queen Mother, Queen Afua. And, there's so much lessons she taught us on my journey as a sacred woman. One, one, I would say one word I want to take from her as I flow with what want to come out, I would say, she said in her book, there is a sacred part of me. It's a gift from our ancestors from the happy Nile Valley. There's a sacred part of me that nothing can discourage, no one can disturb my peace. That sacred part of me, there is a perfect part of me that nothing can disturb, no one can disturb my peace. That perfect part of me, where is she? Where is she? Go within, go within. She is there, she is there. So, sisters, I really want to encourage you, however you support yourself, however you nurture and care for yourself. But it's most important, more than ever, that we care for ourselves, that we nourish ourselves, I would say, that we really take time to, I would say, to slow down and give ourselves some grace, because life is gonna happen. I mean, just like that, something will hit. I mean, just this morning where I live, one of my, I would say, I got a knock on my door about something never happened and something never happened, and as and immediately I was like, did I drop the ball? And immediately that put me in a very panic mode, and I had to go back on my seat of power and analyze it and so forth. But stuff, you never know what will come at you, and I'm not saying that. I'm saying you never know what may come at you to throw off your seat of power. But when it do, I would say, when things come at you, when the drama of life come at you, I would say it's very important that your cup is so full that nothing can disturb it and throw you off your seat of power. And if you do get off your seat of power, that's okay. We're human being having we're in the physical form, and a part of the journey is to learn the lesson. If we were all perfect, then what would be the drama of life? We're all here to learn what we need to learn. So when it does throw you off your game, I would say definitely, I would say you know get back on the journey. I would say brick by brick, step by step. In Ghana, we have this thing say kaka kaka, small small, and don't be ashamed of like a baby learning to walk again. Slowly get back on your path. I mean, I tell people the other day, like, if it's, maybe for you sometimes when you're off your sacred, your seat of power, when you feel more alive, when you feel your full self, maybe sometimes when you're off the seat of power, when the drama of life happen, sometimes we're in that survival state and we can just take a shower. I mean, we can just have that extra brownie. Um, you know, a big part of this journey is self-compassion, and it's learning to develop a sense of like compassion, the same compassion you give to a family and friend. Man, listen, it's so important to give that same nurturing compassion to ourselves, because we need it. We need as much as we give it out. So, I want to charge you with, I would say, with a sense of releasing what no longer serves us, releasing self-blame, self-judgment. I mean, we're worse in a bully. And, I want to release that. And, I want to send, I would say, a sense of safety and reset and rejuvenation for our inner sacred sanctuary. And that's the intention of this, I would say, this interaction is to charge you with caring for your inner sanctuary. I mean, that's sacred, and I would say inner part of you that's connecting to all things. We call it God, the divine, the creator, universe, whatever you call it. It's the same energy that's in all of us, and it's all living things. And nourish and care for that, and acknowledge that, and know that that part of you can triumph through anything. And it will triumph through anything, and it's the most powerful things. Oh, just all of the birdie. um, so that's my charge. And for some of your sisters that may not know, you may know already, I am doing a 30-day, I would say, reset and reclaim your inner bliss, in conjunction with family and friends fast. Mark Blake, he's a fasting coach for 30 days. We're charging, I would say, our physical being and just recharging our entire self. And it involves fasting. Well, you have the option of juice cleansing for 30 days, green juice cleansing, or you can do a fruit only feast of, I would say, the most watery fruits. But all the instructions are, I would say, I send to you if you need more about it. And it's literally a guidance to the entire step of I would say, of just a rejuvenation, rejuvenating your physical being and charging your spiritual being also. We have journal prompts. I also Mark do a daily live for the fasting God for the fasting guidance, and I will be doing, I would say, every week sending meditation, and also I would say, because my target audience that I've been called to work with is professional women, that majority of complaint I get from women, in particularly professional women, who are struggling with weight loss, is that their number one thing that impact them um, around their health is lifestyle and stress. So, I will be doing a special, I would say, weekly coaching and just sessions targeting specifically professional women who are struggling with weight loss, that up and down weight loss roller coaster, and who needs guidance. It's a group session, and I will do it I would say, every Sundays. This week I'm doing it on Thursday. But for more details, send me a message, or my email and everything will be in the link below. And on this day, I want to charge you as I release, as you go about your day. I want to leave you one of my favorite African proverb, which is saying that, if you want to go fast, you go alone. If you want to go fast, you go alone. But if you want to go together, if you want to go fast, you go alone. But if you want to go far, you go together. Ashe, ashe, ashe. Create an amazing day, sisters. Take care.